going on, YouTube? It's your girl, Monique Nicole, and I am back with another video. Before we get started, honey, if you're new to my channel, please make sure you are subscribed. Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below right there. While you're at it, go ahead and click the thumbs up button to like this video. It is an easy and free way to help support my channel. We are trying to grow this year, people. Say it with me. Growth. We're trying to grow. Help a sister out in these YouTube streets. Oh, KJ hates when I do that. All right, y'all. Y'all saw the title. Yes, this is very impromptu. I'm sorry to my subscribers. I usually give y'all a heads up, but honey, the news is hot. The streets is talking. The block is hot. So I got some of my friends with me tonight so we can kind of dissect this madness that is happening with Brother Love, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy. Everybody say hello. Panel, go around. Just say your name, where you're from. Let's start with Miss Amina.
I'm Amina Rose, known as Amina Sina in YouTube, and I'm from New York, of course, as you can hear.
Hey y'all, I'm Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. And I am in the great state of South Carolina. We in the dirty South over here.
Yes, honey.
Hey, yo. It's your man VKJ. What's good? What's good? Yeah, representing the New York all day, every day, son. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it.
Oh, Lord.
What's good, family?
Let's go, people. Yes, come on in. Hit that like button. Let's get this party started because we got some things to talk about. So y'all know, I was out and about minding my business like I always do. And, my phone started kind of buzzing, bzz, 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 bzz. So I'm looking to see what's the tea. And who do I see? Diddy. Now, we forgot about him for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The news kind of like calmed down. There wasn't too much talk about him. I didn't really know what the brother was doing. You know what I'm saying? Out of sight, out of mind. But no. There were things happening behind the scenes. And what happened? What had happened? Girl, the feds came knocking at that door. Not one, but two of Diddy's homes got raided by the feds, honey. Homeland Security. You don't want to mess with them, baby. When they come knocking, yes, the show is over. You might as well hang it up flat screen because it's done. Not only was his homes raided by the feds, his two sons, Sean and Christian Combs, were arrested, seen handcuffed. And my question was, why the hell are these boys being handcuffed? Where the hell is Diddy? Are they involved? What's the tea? So before we dive into this thing, I want to go around the panel to see what were your initial thoughts when you saw the headlines. And I'm going to start with Mr. VKJ.
Where do I start? Right?
Your initial, just when you saw
you just got to know that this right here was a long time coming. From Jaguar Wright to Diddy's former bodyguard to everybody else that came after that, of course, Cassie and everybody else. This was a long time coming. And the initial thought was, if the feds are come knocking, they got something rocking. They wouldn't be rolling up in there for nothing. They got a whole lot. So those were my initial thoughts.
Okay. Whoever wants to go next, honey.
Okay, listen. I mean, I just felt like the chickens were coming home to roost at this point, right? There's been rumors for so long. Of course, we all heard about Cassie and like the less than 24-hour settlement once she filed her court documents, and I knew something was down the pipeline. I thought at that moment he was going to clean up. I thought everything was going to be cleaned up and brushed away in that moment. But then I heard from the woman, it was a random TikTok, but the woman involved in the New York club shooting all those years ago was starting to tell her story, because I don't know if the NDA expired, I don't know what, but she had gotten her settlement out of court. And she's like, he did this to me. Whoever went to Shine didn't do this to me. He did this to me. So it just was so much coming up. And then we had the young man come with his allegations. They said there were like 3 other women who were unnamed at the time. So I figured it was only a matter of time. But what I will say shocked me, I didn't think it was going to be trafficking. Like, I didn't think we'd be looking at RICO and Fed time and on this large of a scale. But definitely knew at some point the chickens were going to come home to roost.
I agree with a lot of that. Yes, ma'am. Amina?
I was extremely happy because I have been hearing a lot of rumblings from Diddy for a long time. And I feel for his younger artists, especially, like, we're not going to skip over, allegedly, they have been talking about Usher and this little Justin Bieber, and the face that you seen when Diddy got close to him. That face was priceless. It was very hard. It was heartbreaking to me. So I, like they said, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. And this is allegedly, but I feel my feelings that I am so happy. I know there allegedly is a big organization, because he's been operating like this is allegedly forever. And there's a whole bunch of people that are part of the alleged cover-up.
Yeah, there's a lot of yes men that have witnessed things and maybe even partook in things. So I agree with that. Oh gosh, sorry y'all, my computer. I was taken aback because once Cassie settled, and if I'm ignorant, hey, that was on me. If I'm naive, that was on me. But I thought after Cassie settled, what I knew was I knew people were going to come out. So we saw that, right? After Cassie came out, other people came out with accusations. I expected that. I did not expect this on this level and for the trafficking. Like, I did not see that coming. Now, my only thing is, how do you prove? Would you prove it the same way you would prove assault from previous years ago? Like, I don't, and does that mean that they have evidence? And does that mean there's other women that have come out that we don't know about? Like, what does that mean? If anyone can help me kind of gain clarity, if y'all have any clarity on what that really means. As far as
look, Amina's over there ready. She's like,
come on, my little investigative reporter.
She got it all right there.
Yes, I love it. Come on, sis.
Allegedly, mind you, I do like TV shows reviews. I stay on the good side. I occasionally pay attention over here. And Diddy was always the topic. And so there's an alleged house in Miami where they believe, they're rumbling saying that now this is all coming from Little Rod, and his real name is Rodney Jones.
Okay.
He made a filing in the court, and this is from Pacer, so it's court documents. And he filed against Sean Combs. Justin Combs is part of this. Ethiopia. Charles Grange. Chalice Recording Studios. Motown Records. Universal Music Group. Combs Global Enterprises. John and Jane Doe's. ABC Corporations. This is the filings that he did. And he's saying that he has a lot of video footage, and he has recordings and video footage of a lot of people doing a lot of compromising stuff. And he said that that's the way Diddy mostly operated. he would make people allegedly do stuff and record it and blackmail. It's blackmail. So you think somebody's going to speak against him if they were doing things they should not have been doing and things that are arrestable offenses, you know?
No.
Yeah.
And to piggyback on that, I just felt like, anybody, I mean, in order for them to come into such a high profile person's homes, they have to have almost insurmountable evidence.
That's what I'm
that
thinking.
Something nefarious was going on, and there's got to be some sort of proof. I know that they say there's grumblings, like Amina said, of video footage of things happening throughout the years. So surely there's something, and they're just needing whatever hard evidence or proof pulled from the home to tie it all together. But surely there's a trail of whatever dealings he was having with whomever.
Absolutely. There must have been some sort of paper trail, if you will, evidence. Because this is hard to prove. This is not an easy charge to prove. Yeah, my wheels are turning right now, and I'm thinking they must have had a crap ton of evidence, and I think a lot of people may have came out privately after Cassie did to defend her story. This is serious. So it's kind of crazy. So speaking of Cassie, her lawyer, released a statement in regards to to Diddy's home being raided by the feds. The statement read, "We will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those that have violated the law. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a process that will hold Mr. Combs responsible for his depraved conduct." What do y'all think about Cassie's lawyer making a statement? Is this them showing their hand that, like, yeah, we had something to do with this, or we helped make this happen? What do you think? Do you think the lawyer should have spoke out or just kept quiet? I will start. Oops, I am sorry, y'all. I don't know what's happening with my computer. I'll start with my sweet perspective.
Yeah, I feel as though, I mean, I guess as an officer of the court, the onus is on you if you have information that'll help a future investigation, right? That you would bring forth or cooperate in whatever ways that you can, as long as it's protecting your client. So, yeah, I would think if they were privy to information that could help this federal investigation, absolutely. Turn state's evidence on. Yeah, absolutely. Tell it all. Tell it all. If you think about it, what's so heartbreaking, I think, about the majority of this is so many Black and brown people are disproportionately affected by this man's actions, allegedly, right? Over the years. It's heartbreaking. And then after this, how do you heal from that? How do their families heal from this? It's not just one person. This is like hundreds potentially, right, of people either directly or indirectly affected by this one person's decision. So I'm with them. I mean, and I believe they are within their legal rights to do so. So yeah, I say give everything you can, cooperate, and do whatever you need to do to bring him to justice if he is guilty of all these things.
I mean, it's looking like they definitely cooperated. Jay, what do you think about Cassie's lawyer releasing a statement so quickly? I mean, within a couple hours of the incident. What do you think about that?
You want the truth?
Yeah, absolutely. Always.
You can't handle the truth.
All right, let's get into it. All right. So, bottom line, this is a classic case of, if I got money and I pay you off, but that money is running out.
It's not running out.
The contracts, I'm just saying, when you getting sued left and right, we just talking about the cases that we heard of. He's been getting sued for years. He's been swiping stuff under the rug for years. Okay? Been in the industry for a long time, since the 90s. Okay? There's a lot of stories. Okay, alleged. I'm supposed to say that, right? I mean, alleged.
Yes. Where's my disclaimer?
Yeah. So, allegedly, there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I think, Amina, you mentioned it, you know, from Usher to Justin Bieber to, I mean, there's so many others, to Christopher Williams.
People disappearing, allegedly.
People disappearing, people dying.
Cars blowing up.
The entire Uptown Records is dead.
Andre
Harrell.
That I don't put on him. I think that is all conspiracy. I think that is.
I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying it only makes, to me, it's all linking to everything.
He didn't have an issue with those that passed. I don't.
How do you know? How do you know? You don't know that personally.
I don't know it personally, but I know what
you personally don't know why you don't know why Andre Harrell fired Diddy. You don't know why Andre Harrell fired Diddy.
We do know. They've talked about it. No, they've talked about that publicly.
Why?
Both of them. For
okay, so I'm not going to argue on any of that. I'm just going to make my statements because you asked.
But I'm not arguing. But what I'm saying is, if you say something that I know is, I don't want to say false, but if I have other information to back up, I'm going to speak on it.
Let me finish though. That's fine. Let me finish and then you can present that. How about that? Is that okay? Thank you. I know we're on your platform, your guest. I'm just making statements. Of course, there's a rebuttal. So with everything going on, Wendy told us a long time ago, that's why she got fired from where she was. Absolutely. This has been going on since the 90s, B. Okay?
I know that, yeah.
So, yeah, we know that. So what I'm saying to you is that whoever is part of this whole alleged sex trafficking, I think Diddy pissed somebody off and they're giving him up now. They're not protecting him anymore, allegedly. Yep. Because it's been protected for like 3 decades now, right?
You think it was like a network protecting him?
Oh, yeah. They all in cahoots with each other.
I definitely think he's been protected for many, many years. Yeah.
And, you know, again, this is alleged. Just my thoughts on it. That's it.
But I'm just clearing up the part because I was a big fan of Bad Boy Records and Uptown Records and Andre Harrell. They had an extremely close relationship up until his passing. And they've both spoken about it publicly in interviews on. They've both spoken publicly about why Andre fired him from Uptown and all the reasons behind. Like, they've already discussed that, so it's not tea, it's not gossip. Like, they've both, while Andre was still alive, they have openly talked about it. Diddy was getting beside himself.
I can agree with that.
Arrogant. Diddy was getting beside himself, and Andre did it to kind of humble him and also push him to give him his wings. Like, it was one of those things where you can't work for me because you're trying to, but I believe in you to do it on your own. So it was one of those things. It was Diddy's attitude and his way of being, which to me has followed him throughout his years of, you know, being arrogant, being bossy, being, you know, whatever. But that is the reason why he was fired from Uptown Records.
I mean, well, you think about it, right? You're the guy behind Jodeci, their image, right? Their swag. They were one of the biggest groups on Uptown, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. You got Hev, he was already there. Mm-hmm. Right? What happened to Father MC? I don't know. But after putting out Jodeci, one of the biggest R&B groups on I mean, I'm a young kid. I'm 18, 19 years old. I keep coming up from Howard University to come into Uptown Records. I'm here now. Boom, I'm on top of the world. Of course, I'm gonna be a little bit arrogant. I'm not defending him at all. Not defending him at all.
Yeah.
But if he did that, fine. There's other theories or whatever out there saying that, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into that, but I'll be sure.
I wanted to add on to you. Can I?
Yeah, there's some things. Go ahead, Amina, baby. Go ahead.
So the song "Forever My Lady" allegedly was written by, I'll be sure, for Kim Porter, who is not here, who allegedly, supposedly, they said Cassie gave in a burner phone that belonged to Miss Kim Porter. So that's what I think about her lawyers saying that statement.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think some of those things, you know, I work in media, so I have to decipher between things all the time. There's certain things I think are speculation. You know, psychics saying this about Kim Porter, people saying, "Oh, Kim Porter's death." I don't believe that stuff. I think that's too. I don't believe that Diddy had anything to do with the passing of Kim Porter. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe he had anything to do with the passing of Andre Harrell. I think that's all speculation. And I don't really, we all can have our own opinion on that. So I don't mind standing alone if I have to. So that's just my personal opinion. I think all that is just hearsay and speculation and sounds salacious. I care more about facts. I'm more fact-based. That's how I have to be when I write articles. I have to be fact-based and non-biased. But nonetheless, it is fair to say that something in the milk ain't clean when it comes to Diddy. And I do believe, I forget who said it, but I 100,000% believe he's been protective in the industry. I do think along the way, people have said stuff along the years, i.e. Wendy Williams, you know, and it's just like, you know, the chickens are coming home. You know, it's just, you can only get away with stuff for so long. And it's very unfortunate to see essentially his legacy, his reputation, and his career is going down the drain. I'm sorry, I've been a fan of Diddy pretty much my whole life. I've been a huge fan of Diddy. And it's very upsetting, very disappointing, very hurtful. This reminds me of how I felt when the news came out about Bill Cosby. It's very hurtful that people in your community who you admire, enjoy their work, whatever, do something like this, are guilty of things like this. And the saying is true. You really don't know a person, especially celebrities. We don't know these people. We think we might know them. We know what they present to us, but we don't really know them, and we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And it's just eye-opening and extremely disappointing. I read the documents from Cassie and everything. It was very detailed. It was very disturbing. It was very hard to read. It made my stomach hurt reading it. It's just, for me as a woman, I'm always going to believe the victim. Yes, I know there are evil people out there that do lie, but for me, 9 times out of 10, I am going to believe the victim, you know? So yeah, this just sucks. Like, golly, how many more people in our community are going to go down? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been rumblings about Jay-Z being the next one up. You know what I mean? It's like, gosh, how do y'all feel about that? You know, just celebrities who you might have admired their work over the years or maybe even liked them. How do you feel when things come out about them and it's just, you know, it ruins the reputation, their career, their integrity, everything. How do y'all feel just in general? Because we've had a few people, you know, let us down the last few years when it comes to, you know, pop culture, celebrity life. Anybody can go.
I'll say I don't put anybody on a pedestal. And I believe that a lot of times they're being held and being puppets. So that's how I feel about them.
Yeah, and I echo that sentiment. I think that anybody's capable of anything. And I've honestly never been a Diddy fan. Something about him just never resonated with me.
I have friends that say that.
Yeah, something, whatever. And I think, you know, conspiracies are all conspiracies until they're not, right? Until they're proven otherwise. And so we can make a lot of conjecture, but everybody's not lying on everybody, right?
Absolutely.
So when I hear the things over and over again from different places, from different sources, it's like, something's interesting. But I try not to take a ton of stock in celebrities, but I mean, anything that hurts the culture, I guess, hurts me in a way because we're already perceived in a certain light. And so when things like come out like this and fulfill those negative prophecies or thoughts, that that can be disconcerting to me. And I think that's what affects the culture more.
That's what I
right?
mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Exactly. Jay?
So I everybody has their own personal opinions. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not just saying this because this is happening now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of the music. I'm not a fan of Diddy.
Gotcha.
Honestly, never was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like honestly, the guy in the video, it was funny to me. It was entertaining, but I was never like, yo, Diddy's the man. Nah. I was never on that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, man, people paying people off for years.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And this is the you talking about people in our community, and
Mm-hmm.
I know there's people outside of our community that do the same thing. They've been paying people off, hush money, don't say nothing. We did this, we did that. You don't know nothing. If you say something, we're gonna take you out, allegedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that what Diddy was doing allegedly
Mm-hmm.
was exactly what we've seen the mob do. It's exactly what we've seen, people, our counterparts on the other side have done.
Right.
But I believe that possibly allegedly he might be working with those folks. And that's why now it's coming out, because like I said earlier,
Mm-hmm.
the rooster has come to cock-a-doodle-doo.
Mm-hmm.
And like Diddy, it looks like allegedly Diddy did it.
Yeah.
And I do feel sorry for Cassie.
Yeah.
I do feel sorry for all the victims.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a laughing matter. Never was.
Mm-mm.
Even with that TikTok video with her under the covers, and I don't know why he recorded that.
Yeah.
Why would you put that on TikTok? She's hiding under the covers. He's like, come on. What you got to say now? Because he put her on video. What you got to say now? She was hiding under the covers. I saw that video. I don't know if y'all saw that video.
I never did.
I've heard of
Yeah.
it. I didn't see it.
I saw it myself. So it's just like, come on out, because he knew he was on video.
Right.
So he's seeing levels like the aftermath of what could have been allegedly abuse.
Absolutely.
I'm not happy about that at all. I got a beautiful 16-year-old niece. I would never, man, look.
Yeah, I don't play about
You see what I'm saying? Like, and I love women, period. You know what I'm saying? My sisters. Come on, man. And I get it. Yo, Cassie, you want to get in the industry. Cassie, you see Diddy. He's the man at the time, right? You was with Ryan Leslie. Diddy basically stole Cassie from Ryan Leslie, right?
Yep.
And said, I'm gonna blow you up. Now she's thinking, hey, we're gonna do music. Diddy's gonna blow me up. So she innocently went with Diddy, and then he made her girl, and she went along with it to possibly get the album out. We've never had an album come out, did we? Or if we did,
one,
it didn't do what we thought it was gonna do, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So people in the industry, it's just bad. It's like, on one hand, we know people will do anything for money for the most part, especially in fame. That's the unfortunate part, excuse me.
Yeah.
The other unfortunate part is that people take advantage of that when they see somebody who will do anything for fame and fortune. And that's what we're seeing right now. It's coming back to him now. It's coming back to him.
And I will say, when you're a young girl, because she was 19 when she met him.
Baby.
Yeah.
You're young, you're impressionable, you're vulnerable, you're naive, and then you have a powerful man. It can be intimidating.
Yep.
It really can be. And gosh, I just wish, I don't know. It's just tough.
Because it's like what could have been done, right? Like and then you get in a situation like that, and there's definite manipulation. There's definitely power. You know what I mean? And there's something intriguing about that too. But then abuse ensues. So
the thing is, gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's happening. He's very powerful. So I remember, I think in her documents when she filed the lawsuit, and the records were public, I think at one moment she said one time he did hit her, and she went to her mom and all that. I'm not placing blame or anything. And I do believe the quote, you never know what you would do in a situation until you're in it. So I give grace, always give grace. But I just know my parents, baby. But that's the thing though. Diddy it's different when you're dealing with, like a regular schmegular Joe Schmo is being abusive to you. I think it's another level when someone like Diddy is doing that, because even as a family member, it's like, okay, so what do you do? Like, how do you go up? I can see how it's scary and intimidating. How do you go up against that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, who do I go to? Like, like I got to hire a lawyer. The lawyer's got to go against him.
But
I'm this young girl. Like, I can see why it's like scary, why it would be scary for her, even if she wanted to go out public all those years ago. I can understand why she didn't, because it would be so scary. It would be so scary. And it's like, mentally, it is draining. When you go the legal route for something like this, it's draining. It's re-triggering. It's an emotional roller coaster. So it's just, I want people to know, when victims come out, it's not easy. Like, it's not easy at all. You go through so many emotions. Go ahead, Amina.
I was gonna say that Rowdy, the other guy, because it's bigger than Cassie. They're not in his house doing
yes.
all of this because it's
Yes,
Cassie.
absolutely.
And it is horrible, but I think he's worse than that. I think that because I know you said no conspiracy, but the lawsuit that Little Rod has is huge, and it is saying that it was unalived situations going on that he covered up. So, and that is in the soup. So it's very similar to I guess it's not. It's in the lawsuit, so I don't think it's conspiracy now.
Yeah.
But this is what he filed. And he filed about Diddy bragging that he gets away with it consistently. Unaliving.
Oh no.
That's why I said that lawsuit is bigger than Cassie's. It's way bigger, and it's horrendous. It's worse.
It's horrendous, huh? One Shot Gaming made a good point. They said, let me tell you something. They have some serious ish on this man. Do you know what is required for a raid? Heavy evidence and information. Absolutely, baby. When Homeland Security is at your door, there's no turning back from that. That's all I'll say. There's no turning back from that. So let me ask y'all this. This is the part that really I have a question mark about. Why do you think his sons were in handcuffs? Is there involvement in this? What do you guys think? I'll start with you, Jay.
Yeah, I'm you asking about the handcuffs and about the
sons, yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. I feel sorry for them. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they knew about it or whatever the case is, not like they gonna stop them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the dad. You know what I'm saying? Like he's all the end all be all. Whatever he's gonna say, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. And I could always take you out of the will, or I could always take money from you and never give you money for whatever. Because allegedly he stopped Albie Shore's son from continuing to act in, what was it, Empire or Stars, or one of them. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a control thing. Allegedly, I don't know. But, it's just, I feel sorry for him. Where else are they going to go? You know what I'm saying? They're going to go back to their moms. They're going to have a whole different lifestyle now. Like, are they going to implicate them as well because they knew about this and didn't say anything about it? So I got mad questions about that. But to see the sons in handcuffs, man, I know they're upset about all of that, because I don't think they would think it would happen this way, that they would put them in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I would think he would be in handcuffs, right? Like, that's embarrassing. Like, who's going to want to work with you now? Who's going to want to do anything with you now? I'm sure they already got blocked by some establishments who they may have approached, say, hey, I want to do a brand deal or whatever. No, we're not interested or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure they lost a lot since the whole Cassie thing came out. And even probably before that, because some businesses probably already know kind of how Diddy does business, or who he sues, who he doesn't sue, whatever the case is, allegedly. So, I got to dip out in a bit, though. Just to let you know.
No worries.
I got a couple minutes.
Okay. My sweet perspective.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to check with Amina because I thought she said one of the sons was named in that. So I'm curious. I would love more information about why. And you know what I mean? Because I don't know how old his boys are. I know Quincy is well grown, right? But that's Albie Shore's son. So I'm not sure how old the other sons are. But Amina did mention that one of them is actually named in it. I don't think the other kids are, but
Okay, so the one that I said was unalived was, I believe it was Justin's friend in the bathroom. It was an altercation between Diddy, Justin, and the friend. And the friend disappeared. I don't know what happened to him, but he definitely, they tried to say that he did not get, I don't, what's this YouTube slang? Hit with a weapon? Is that safe?
a blicky.
A blicky.
Okay, that.
Or bang bang.
Strap.
Is
Yeah.
good.
They apparently allegedly locked up the studio and said that they were hiding in a different part of the studio and said that it didn't happen in the studio. It happened on the street. And TMZ was like, okay. And apparently he has the law on his pocket. And this is in the report where he has it's a head chief or something. And like, I had his name, but I'll find out the name later.
Yeah.
He has been covering up Diddy for years. So Diddy has allegedly has been and brags about unaliving people consistently. And plus, Justin has a lot of stuff in his name. Diddy put a lot of stuff in Justin's name. So they got to tag him, and nobody to blame but Diddy. But the bigger thing is, how you leave your kids and go on a plane?
Exactly.
He was running for his life. The house is in the daughter's name. The 16-year-old daughter's name. Yeah, that house that they just raided in Florida, wherever that is, that's in his daughter's name. Because supposedly he didn't want, them to seize all of his assets that's in his name. So they put it in the kid's name. You know what I'm saying? But now they taking the kids in too. So it's like,
wow.
It's yours. Is she 18 years or older to be able to own this? I mean, I don't know how that works. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know if the kids are gonna roll, because they're taking the kids. So it's like, are you gonna roll over in daddy? Like, this is some heavy pressure.
Good question.
That's what I want to know.
They gonna snitch on Daddy Warbucks?
And he left out of hang?
Ooh, that's a good question, Amina.
I don't think they're 18 yet.
Oh, let me Google their names. I'll tell you.
Well, we know Justin is.
Oh,
Justin's over 18.
Oh, they're not baby.
The girls are young. The girls are young. The twins are young. Yeah, they're still teenagers.
They're still teenagers, but
they're close to what's Russell Simmons' wife?
Kamali.
She's very close to the wife. She probably
if anything goes south, she will take care of the girls. That was her promise to Kim Porter. They were best friends. So
when that Cassie thing went down, the girls went over to Kamali's house. So
I believe that. Yeah. And
I have the ages.
Yes. Go ahead, babe.
Okay, so King Combs, he's 25. Justin Dior Combs is 30, and Jesse James Combs is 17.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the girls, they said they were born in 2006, so they said they were 18. I don't know. I didn't think they were that old.
It could be. I might be wrong. I didn't think they were 18 yet. Okay.
But time flies. So.
Time does fly. I stand corrected. And we're gonna end soon, you guys. I'm gonna leave y'all with this last question for the panel. This is a loaded one. What happens next? And I am gonna reach out to some of my friends that are lawyers. What do y'all think is gonna happen next? Like, what are the next steps? Do you bail yourself out in this case? Like, what? Are they going to accuse him of trying to flee the country? Is that going to add more, fire to the flame? Like, what do y'all see happening in the next 2 weeks? We'll just go there. We're not even going to go way out. In the next 2 weeks, what are some predictions that you guys have? in your head that may happen? I'm gonna start backwards with Amina.
Allegedly,
Diddy. Hold up. Go ahead, babe.
Allegedly, I believe some people are he's gonna pull people down with him. He's not going by himself.
Oh, it's gonna be Nino Brown. If I'm going down, y'all coming down with me.
But not the high ups though, allegedly. Not the high ups, but
okay. I got you. All right. Okay. Hey, I don't put nothing past nobody nowadays. So yeah. My sweet perspective. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, he's a flight risk at this point. They would be foolish to set any amount of bail, right? Because he'd more than likely come up with it. Yeah, I think unless he's got some bigger names to snitch on, I don't know. And I don't know what's up with the infrastructure either after he's gone. What happens to all of his brands, all the companies? What kind of system does he have in place, like logistically? I don't know. It's going to be a mess, I think. It's going to be turmoil and stuff, and of course, headline news for a couple of weeks. After that, I don't know. I'm waiting for an interview with Gail probably at some point. Like R. Kelly, I'm thinking maybe a press tour if he does get any kind of like maybe house arrest or whatever. But definitely he'll be on some sort of PR campaign if he gets the ability to try to clean this up in some way.
He already has been. Have you seen his Instagram the last few weeks? It's like he posted pictures of his kids and the little baby, and yeah. All right, Mr. J, what do you think? The next 2 weeks, what's gonna happen? What's gonna unfold?
Well, I don't think Diddy is the biggest fish in the pond.
Ooh. Okay.
So, I mean, we watch plenty of shows. Some folks actually know how it goes down in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And we know we have to lock him down, interrogate him, see who else is involved. And if he complies and works with us, then maybe he'll get a deal. If he doesn't, snitch on his people and snitch on the people that we actually want, which is the top people, then he's going to stay locked up. Or he's going to post bail or whatever. You know how they do. Because I don't want to mention it, but Orange Man is still roaming about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, what is that about?
Mm-hmm.
With a RICO charge. Roaming about. Okay? But we'll see what happens with that too. That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole.
So he going to have to like either give somebody up. But I'm going to say this. When they get him, there's going to be a whole lot more people coming out.
Woo!
There's going to be way more people that we didn't even think of.
Right.
People that are not going to be scared that much anymore.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Because they were intimidated. People were paid off. The law was paid off. Goons were paid off.
Yes.
If this dude says something, you know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sure. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Right. I'll be sure allegedly was coming out with a tell-all just like Kim was, just like Andre Harrell was. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
We can't let this out.
Mm-mm.
Yo, allegedly. Go get him. Take care of him. Thank God he got better. But you notice how I'll be sure ain't say nothing else after that.
At all.
So that's how you know there's a tie. So yeah, they're going to be coming out the woodwork. Just like you said, Amina. Everybody coming. And Jaguar Wright going to be like, I told y'all.
I know. I'm waiting for she kind of disappeared. She kind of disappeared. But yeah, I gotta look to see if I can find her on the internet and see what she gotta say.
They're trying to put stuff on her, so she always gotta move. She keeps moving from state to state.
She do?
Mm-hmm. She's a nomad with a dog.
I think she was married. I think last time I checked, she was married, or had a partner. I don't know.
She moving all over because they coming after her. They either sicking the cops on her or they sicking some goons on her. So, if you saying all this stuff and you got paper for the right price, you got like goon bounty hunters. You know what I'm saying? Get her to stop talking.
Yeah.
Permanently. Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I catch your drift. Well, you guys, stay tuned. The story is not done. More is going to unfold, and I'm sure we're going to be discussing this for the next few weeks to say the
Yes.
least, maybe even the next few months. There's no telling. The possibilities of this is endless. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this was very impromptu. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Thank you to my lovely panel for hopping on with me. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And yes, go ahead and just let the people know what is happening on your channel so they can tune in and subscribe. I will start with my sweet perspective.
Thank you so much for having me, Monique. But yeah, if you guys want to come on over to My Sweet Perspective, check out the Freaknik documentary review recap that Jay and I did the other day. I do some reality and I do a ton of scripted TV. So you guys come on over and I'm sure that you'll find something up your alley because I cover a ton. Thank you for having me again.
I love it. We got to talk offline about some reality TV stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Miss Amina, who I adore. Go ahead, honey.
You're so sweet. Thank you. You're so gracious. I did a Shirley Netflix movie review, and I'm doing a lot of BMF stuff throughout the week. So it's gonna be.
I'm gonna tune in. I'm all about supporting each other. So I'm good. I have like a list of things to watch, and I'm gonna watch Shirley, and then I'm gonna go to your channel and watch your review and comment and all that stuff. So good to know. And Mr. VKJ, what you got going on, brother? I know you got some stuff happening.
Absolutely. Thank you, Monique, for having me. Always a pleasure. You already know you know how we get down. So yeah, I'm watching Shirley right now, man. It's really good. I mean, I gotta check you out. Really good. I love it. I love it what I'm seeing so far. So yeah, definitely check out that Freaknik that we did, me and Sweet P, aka Ashley, My Sweet Perspective. And absolutely, we just finished, all of us just finished that BMF final prediction. So if you haven't seen it, definitely watch the replay. Definitely, go ahead, hit that like button, put hashtag replay, watch it. This Wednesday coming up is Ruthless Wednesday. So if you love Tyler Perry Ruthless, we're going to be covering that. Me and my round table. Going to have a whole lot of fun. Make sure you stop by. You never know. We might have a cast member from the show stop by. So make sure you tune in. All right. Lock in. All right. And of course, we got Saturday coming up. And yeah, and then Sunday coming up, we're going to be doing Diara from Detroit. Right. We're going to be doing an episode 2, 3, and 4. Two through 4. Right. We're going to be covering that. If you're watching that, I suggest you guys watch that. It's a good show. It's really, really good so far. So definitely check that out. So, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll be back with BMF and Ruthless and keep it going. All right. Appreciate you for having me, Monique. Family, salute to you.
Yes, sir. Same to you again. Okay, if y'all are new to my channel, you're feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe to your girl. What did I say earlier? We're trying to grow this year, honey. Say it with me. Growth. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we're going to catch you guys later. Have a good night.